Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Wouter van Bussel, who will fight on Ringlife Talents on April 5th. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, and I think that right now you are one of the most interesting talent on the European amateur scene in MMA, and you are right now quite a busy fighter because it will be your second fight in just I believe 7 weeks or even 6 weeks.
Yeah. So my last fight was February 22nd at our home gym in Eindhoven. And especially now when I'm amateur, I like to stay very active because I know when you go into the pro leagues, you will have to sign contracts and you cannot fight everywhere and there. So I like to rack up as much experience as I can when I can. So now, as you're in the amateurs, there's no clause that you cannot fight here or there. I can fight wherever I want, and I find that works best for me to get that experience going and get my development going as a fighter.
I think that is super important, and especially fighters from Europe. They have like 20 amateur bouts, so I think that this experience can be like really important when they go pro. And your next fight will be a catchweight. It's something like between the welterweight and middleweight division because it's like 80 kilos. And what is like the best weight class for your body?
Well, the thing is, we do catch weight now because it's weighing on the same day. So as you might know, amateurs often weigh on the same day. But when I fight in Eindhoven, we do weigh-ins on the day before, just like in the pros, they do this. I think because they said one time they want to train you for the pros, because the weight cutting is, yeah, I don't like it, but it's part of the MMA scene. So you have to know how to do this, and if you learn how to do this in amateur, you can also you won't make the most of the mistakes in pro. So I think normally for now it's still lightweight if the weigh-in is the day before, but on the same day I don't like to cut weight if I have same day weigh-ins because yeah, that will really have effect on your performance, I think, and how you feel that day. And I don't think you want to be busy with cutting weight when you go fighting on the same day. That's like it's my trainer always says it's kind of two fights, like who can cut weight the best and who can fight the best. And you don't want to do two fights in one day if you know what I'm saying because and I feel good now. I walk around at 80, 81. So, of course, I don't have to eat too much chocolate. So that's maybe one thing, but yeah, it's not cutting 8 kilos in a week. So I feel good at this weight now.
And actually, this time you will go to the like enemy territory because like often you fight in Netherlands in Eindhoven, and right now you it will be a main event in the against the like guy who is the like a fan favorite there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's in his home gym but that's one thing that the trainers, my coaching staff wanted is to get me more out of my home gym because, as you said, I fought a lot in my own gym, and if you go pro, there's gonna be more fights in different places. So yeah, I don't know really how I feel about the enemy territory, but I think I go into this fight with the same mentality as any fight. And the last time, like I've had two fights out of my 12 fights, I have two fights that's not in Eindhoven, and I almost like that the best because I don't know if you're in your own gym, it can feel it's maybe too familiar. Like there's no, you're always there. Every day I'm in my own gym, and then I have to click that switch to make it a real fight. So that can be difficult, and there's a lot of people there that you know. So when I went to Wales one time last year, I really liked the fact, it may sound weird, but I really liked the fact that I could walk around there and no one would know me. Like in Eindhoven, people that I know are constantly talking to me while I really want to be in my own space. But then again, maybe now it's different because I'm the main event, but yeah, we will see. We will work with anything we get. So
And of course, like watching your grappling, it seems that you are watching your fights. It seems like you are a very good grappler. You look really confident on the ground. And was it like BJJ or any kind of grappling the first combat sport that you ever train?
No, actually, I started with kickboxing, but the first year of combat sports that I did was kickboxing, but it wasn't that really serious. So it was 3 times a week, and besides that, I did some other sports. But as soon as I really started training seriously and wanting to do MMA, so training at the gym in Eindhoven, I actually started like grappling, kickboxing, boxing, wrestling all at the same time. So it's not really like I have a background, but I think the gym in Eindhoven, we is really a grappling based gym. But then again, we train now in Eindhoven and in Tilburg is really a striking based gym. So I think my striking is really good as well. But as you say, I do feel really comfortable on the ground. So my takedown defense can be a bit better. I hope to show that this fight, but maybe it's also because I am really comfortable on the ground. I've never been submitted in a fight, so and I've never really. I've got some moments that I made some mistakes on the ground. Of course, I'm not the best grappler, but I am comfortable on the grappling aspect indeed, but not a background, I think.
About your like plans for near future because right now you have 12 amateur bouts and you are like a very experienced fighter for the amateur, but do you think about going pro this year?
Yeah, so the plan is probably to go pro at the end of this year, but then again, every time someone asks me this, I give them the same answer. It's not my decision. I know sorry, there's a lot of people that think that they can really decide best for themselves when to go pro, but I leave that to my coaches because I think they're the most experienced and they can see when I am ready to go pro. So we've talked about it. We had some conversations about going pro after my last fight, but then there were some things we still wanted to, just some details in my game to work on and yeah, the plan is end this year, but there's nothing set. Like I have in June, I have one more amateur fight, and then I don't know. We'll see. It probably depends on how this fight and the next fight goes. Depending on that is we will decide when to go pro. But the plan is somewhere this year.
And actually, you had one of your amateur bouts in Levels Fight League, which I think that is like a really promising MMA promotion right now. So maybe there would be a chance for you to fight there, maybe this year even.
Yeah, I would really like to fight there. So I've the last time when I did fight there, it was on the pro card. But it was still an amateur fight, but on the pro card, and I really like the organization, and I like the venue as well. So I would like to fight there. And as you say, I think they also have some connections to UFC. Not saying that I'm going to UFC like in the first year or two of fighting, but I think it's a good promotion, and they can really help me level up. It's in the name, of course, but I like the promotion and. Still, again, no plans for pro, but it would be a nice promotion to start because it's a good pro promotion where they focus a lot more on pros, whereas in Eindhoven, the Cage Warriors Academy is a bit more amateur based, and LFA will be more pro based. So I would like to start there, yes.
Okay, so many thanks for the conversation. I hope that you will add another finish, maybe another submission to your record, and that we can talk soon again.
Okay, thank you very much.